Everybody sort of felt bad when Taraji P. Henson said that black women in the industry struggle to make money and work hard to get good people on their teams. There's a lot going on behind the scenes that many actors and actresses don't really talk about, but Taraji has been breaking it all down for us people on the other side of the screens. And because of this inspirational truth, one reporter decided to ask Vivica A. Fox how she felt about Taraji speaking up. But Vivica didn't really respond the way you think she would. Did Vivica A. Fox just shade Taraji P. Henson? Let me break this all down for you. Everybody knows that being an actor and breaking into the entertainment industry is hard. There are always going to be people looking to profit from your work and abilities, and you'll be exposed to things you're not comfortable with. But I think we all assume that because the biggest and most successful names in Hollywood aren't complaining, that means they got to a point where they aren't experiencing it as much anymore. Or at least we did until Taraji P. Henson sat there crying during a SiriusXM interview, talking about how she's considering hanging it all up and walking away from acting because of all the difficulties she faces.
Working so hard, being gracious at what I do, getting paid a fraction of the cost.
Obviously, that started to talk about how black actresses are treated in Hollywood. And recently, a reporter asked Vivica A. Fox how she felt about what Taraji had said.
So we want to know, do you feel like now is the perfect time to have the conversation that Taraji kind of continued over Monique? You know, you're an actress, you've been out there. Is this the perfect time to kind of talk about that in the right platform?
You know, darling, to each his own. Do you know what I mean? I'm very happy, very blessed. And to each his own. I didn't have that experience, so, you know, but to get your piece out is important. I totally understand that, and I love my girls for looking out for each other. But
now, to be clear, Vivica didn't say it didn't happen to Taraji. In fact, she showed empathy for actresses and appreciates all of the women showing up and showing support for each other. But she also makes it clear that she's not experiencing any of the things that Taraji says she's going through and says, "I'm good." There are a lot of people who feel like Vivica is talking down on Taraji. Of course not. Someone that's making $10 an hour at Target is not going to understand the salary complaints of someone making six figures and vice versa. When was the last time that Vivica starred in a highly successful TV show or been in a movie on the big screen or nominated for an award? Her response is very hater-ish. Tubi's not going to stop hiring you because you support black women being paid fairly, and the church mothers will still buy those ratty, synthetic wigs. You know, I usually don't say much about Vivica, but she sure does like to leave things out. Are we pretending that we don't know that part of the reason she's good is because she's been happy to use the casting couch? Who could forget how she dated Quentin Tarantino? She has one heck of a dating history, and most of them are linked to productions. Or are we supposed to leave that part out? But there are also people in support of her. Her IMDb does look busy. She has 44 producer credits and 248 acting credits. She's been eating good off-TV movies since like 2015, starring in one every few months. She's been in 9 since 2022. I do understand for someone like Taraji who wants to star in major motion pictures, TV movies may not be what she wants to associate with her brand. Seems to be working for Vivica though. In response to someone who said Vivica noticed this and did her own thing, someone said, "Yup, I agree. I bet Vivica noticed this decades ago and took it upon herself to start businesses. She's had that hairline since the early to mid-2000s, and she's still doing it big at your local beauty supply store worldwide. I believe she owns a lot of real estate and has been dominating the independent movie scene. With platforms like Netflix, Hulu, and Tubi taking on independent films, she's definitely making a decent killing. Taraji wants to be a mainstream black actress, which she is, but she knows that world isn't accepting or fair. Yet I bet she turns down black independent creators because of the pay. She's not with building her own. There's still a lot of people in Hollywood who support Taraji in her struggle. As a matter of fact, Gabrielle Union seems to have liked a tweet that shaded Vivica A. Fox. TMZ reported that Vivica A. Fox said she hasn't experienced the work woes that Taraji says she's experienced, and another person said she hasn't experienced Taraji's success either, next. And Gabrielle Union liked the tweet. She also liked another tweet that said, "Listen, Gab isn't the shady one here. That's all Vivica. Because why is she even talking? Why is she actively working to undermine what Taraji is saying about her mistreatment and the systematic mistreatment of black women in Hollywood while starring in Tubi movies?" Also, 50 Cent is so ready to help Taraji that it isn't even funny. He's in go mode already. She told Variety, "Everybody had to go. Where's my deal? Where's my commercial? Cookie was at the top of the fashion game. Where's my endorsement? What did you have set up for me after this? That's why you all haven't seen me in so long." They had nothing set up. All they wanted was another cookie show. She said even the cookie show didn't work out, so she had to fire her whole team. And Fitty made this post on Instagram. "They dropped the ball. F them, Taraji. I'm ready to work. Let's get it." Taraji isn't the only one who lost money on Empire. Terrence Howard came out and says he's suing the CAA his Empire salary for breach of fiduciary duty and that he doesn't care if it means he won't get more work. 50 Cent posted this video of Terrence's announcement. He said, "Dan Terrence Howard, call my phone. I'll get you the money they was supposed to get for you. I'm not playing no games over here." And apparently, he's getting calls. Somebody called me today thinking I was BSing about working with Taraji P. Henson till I told them what I made stars pay Mary J. Blige to be on Ghost. I ain't out here effing around. Mary is playing Monet Stewart Tejada on Power Book 2 Ghost. It's her first regular TV role, and she's allegedly making $400,000 per episode. And if that's the case, then she's one of the highest paid women on TV right now, and definitely making more than Taraji was making on Empire. And for some reason, nobody's talking about it. I'll be honest, I didn't know she made that much until I looked into what Fitty said either. What were Taraji's complaints on The Color Purple? Well, first of all, even though she was director Blitz Bazawole's pick to play Shug Avery, she had to audition for it. She said, "Oftentimes in the industry, you can be the director's choice, but not the studio's, so I had to audition. I had to sing, dance, and they read me. I was like, ouch." And to make matters worse, those big-name actors were made to drive themselves to the set. She said, "I can't drive myself to set in Atlanta. This is insurance liability. It's dangerous." So I was like, "Can I get a driver or security to take me? I'm not asking for the moon." They're like, "Well, if we do it for you, we gotta do it for everybody." Well, do it for everybody. It's stuff like that, stuff I shouldn't have to fight for. And Taraji recognized that her fight is about more than just her. "I'm tired of hearing my sisters say the same thing over and over. You get tired. If I can't fight for them coming up behind me, then what the F am I even doing?" Her co-star, Danielle Brooks, talked about how they didn't have individual dressing rooms at first either.
When we first came in and we were doing rehearsal, and they put us all in the same space. Like, we didn't have our own dressing rooms at the time, and they did not give us sorry, Miss O, we didn't have no food.
She had no idea.
She didn't know what was going on.
She had no idea.
She was like, "I heard about it."
Oh, yeah.
And you corrected it for us. You corrected it.
Didn't I call you?
Yes, and I was like, "Miss O, we gotta fix this." And she said, "Say less," and was it not?
And
fixed?
that's what I appreciated, though. You were our voice, because
Now, a lot of people have taken Taraji speaking out about her working conditions while she was working on The Color Purple to mean she's got beef with Oprah. But that's not the case. Taraji made a post on Instagram saying, "Miss Oprah has been nothing less than a steady and solid beacon of light to all of the cast of The Color Purple. She's provided encouragement, guidance, and unwavering support to us all. She told me personally to reach out for her for anything I needed, and I did. It took one call, one conversation, and one decision-making black woman to make me feel heard. Thank you, Miss Oprah, for all that you do." Oprah did an interview with Gayle King and explained she was confused as to why she was even being brought up by people online. "It's so disturbing to me. Why is my name even in this conversation? Because I've just been the champion for everybody. The thing that is so upsetting to me is that something went viral where they're analyzing us on top of the Empire State Building. We were cold. It was cold." Oprah says that even when she found out about all of the stuff going on set, she called Toby Emmerich, the head of Warner Brothers, and rattled some cages herself, and then changes were made pretty much immediately. And it wasn't lost on some people that the only person brought into this conversation was Oprah, the only black female producer of the film. Meanwhile, Scott Sanders, Quincy Jones, and even Steven Spielberg were also producers. I still say that what Vivica A. Fox said about the situation sounded pretty catty. Like, "Oh, well, that's bad how y'all are being treated, but I'm good over here." Like she's bragging about it and doesn't even want to be brought into a conversation about how the peasants are being treated. But what do you all think? Was Vivica shading Taraji? What do you think about how Taraji feels she's being treated? Leave a comment and let me know, and I'll be back in another video soon.